This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Let your imagination take flight with an AI-powered PC from Lenovo. Whether it's creating digital art, designing new software, or building a portfolio for a future career, our PCs are powered by Intel Core Ultra processors to help students unlock smarter learning and unleash their creativity. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. All you have to do is choose the one that fits your passion. Head to Lenovo.com to shop AI PCs and find your perfect companion. Plus, get 5% off when you create an education account.
Welcome to the W, where elite athletes are redefining the game of basketball. From buzzer-beating shots, jaw-dropping defense, and logo threes, the WNBA delivers nonstop action and world-class talent every game. These athletes don't just play the game, they elevate it. The biggest stars, the brightest stage. AT&T WNBA All-Star 2025 comes to Indianapolis July 18th through 19th. Tune into the game July 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
Saks Off 5th, up to 70% off every day. Summer is officially here. Time to dress like it. From breezy linen and floral dresses to chic sandals and beach-ready swim. Saks Off 5th has the designer styles you'll live in all season long. Plus, shop new arrivals every week. You'll find Alice & Olivia, Valentino Garavani, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more. Head to SaksOff5th.com or a Saks Off 5th store near you for up to 70% off every day.
Man.
And boom!
Common man, no show prep, no solid plan. Spins a yarn, begins a tale. The esoteric approach won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh boy! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello.
Yeah, baby.
We said it was going to be a tough guy game. And in a tough guy game, playoff football in December, you got to execute. And you can't leave plays on the field.
We don't go nowhere. Next question.
Now what do you think? Birds in the back. The Lions are a terrible team and a terrible city. All terrible fans and a terrible stadium. And terrible uniforms. And terrible cheerleaders.
You find this funny, Mr. Groh? You're smiling. You find this humorous? No, they're not. You find this humorous, Mr. Groh? You're laughing and smiling. I'm just wondering if you do. You didn't answer my question, Mr. Groh. Do you find this humorous?
No, I find it keeping the 4 years.
At least you're not smiling and laughing now. Oh, I guess you're back at it again now.
Was a nice run.
If he's dead, well, he's dead.
He dies.
We're not going home yet, baby! We're happy for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing what a sophisticated offensive game plan looks like. You talk about...
Rosa, you don't know nothing.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Episode number... I've lost track. There's a time. It would always be just a rough estimate because I don't like Rosen has one of those calendars that you used to buy at Hallmark, where it's actually like a book. It's paper. You open it up and it's the calendar. I used to have one as well. Tennessee finally steered me in the right direction and said, why don't you just use the one on your phone? And it's terrific. It's wonderful. But Rosen's old school. And it's not like I have documented every day I've worked and every day I've had off. But it was late September back in it was back in September of 94 that I got a full-time job. So the 94 to 04 to 14, to 04 to 14, to 24. That's 30 years. And then you've got one more, 31 years I've been here roughly. It would be, in September. So then you go, okay, how many days did you take off? Any sick days, which I don't have many, and this and that. I don't know how many days that would be. But I had it at one time roughly how many shows I would have done. I don't know if it was 3,000 or, 3,600, 4,500, whatever it was. And then I lost track of that as well. But whatever episode it is, the beauty of the Common Man program is if you were to go back and listen to episode 1,332, it sounded a lot like today's episode as well.
You wouldn't know the difference.
You probably really wouldn't know the difference. And that's according to a text messenger the other day who said the show's been the same for 30 years. And then, of course, we provided evidence in which it wasn't, but that's okay, too. Something that never changes here is the fascination with the Power Trip morning show. State Fair right around the corner, Tennessee. You're looking forward to it. I don't mind it. There was a time I did not like it very much. I just felt out of my element. It's not that I don't like letting the rubes touch the hem of my garment or anything like that. I like the idolization and pedestalization, but it gets hot and sticky, and it's, I don't know. I've described it before. If you were a brain surgeon, you wouldn't want to do your work at the State Fair at Carousel Park, right? You just wouldn't.
Probably not.
It wouldn't feel the same. So, your wife, she's a lawyer. Would she want to do her? And I don't know if I don't think is she the kind of lawyer? She doesn't do courtroom work, right? Where habeas corpus this, corpus Christi. But if she were, would she want to do that at the Minnesota State Fair? She'd rather be in a courtroom, right? But I enjoy it now. I do get a kick out of it. It's something different for those 7 days, and it was only going to be 6 for me, Tennessee. But I think I'm going to be there on that Friday. Now I'll confirm next week for you. As we're going to bring baby brother Peter back to Columbus, the Ohio State University. My wife wants to take him out there, and then of course I feel like I got to go too. And but it's like, you know what? He's not 12 years old anymore. So I think what we're going to do instead is she will drive out there with him and then fly back. So I don't have to go through the drive 12. It's the longest drive in the world. Takes forever. And then you got to make one stop halfway there. So that's a hotel room. Then a hotel room when you get there. Then another hotel room halfway back. And it's like, got to take 2 cars because he's taking a car out there and we don't need, it's just too much. Pete, drive with your mom, be careful. And then, Potato, just tell me when your flight arrives at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, and I'll pick you up at the airport. So I think I'm going to be working that day at the State Fair, that Friday. I was going to be out, but I think I'm in. But don't hold me to that until
when the bosses found out it might have to be a Tennis Fitzgerald. They really put the pressure on you, huh?
Yeah, no, I think they enjoy the Tennis Fitzgerald. They're grooming you for, and I don't. People always say to me, when they do have to pry your cold dead fossilized lips off the microphone, who do you think they would put in that place? I have no idea. Either you, JG. I guess the front runners would be you, JG, and Nordo. I guess your producers. Though the problem is who would you get to produce the Barrero Show? No one wants to do that. So, and then who would you get to do the PA show? Nobody wants to do that. So replacing the producers. That's why I think you're the front runner. Or do you think no one would want to produce my show either? Of the 3 shows, I think mine's the least difficult. I mean, that's right, is it not? I mean, I know I can be annoying and get you going. But you don't have to book any guests or do any of this. Or
you all have your quirks. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but you think about if you have to, like there's one show that has to delete the music out of every single segment. You don't have to do that. And I'd love to be playing my old music game, but I go, I don't want to make 10 I have to work late.
This might also be the most desirable time slot.
And that's the most desirable time slot. You roll.
Not financially, but in terms of work-life balance.
Yeah. So, and you never have to, rarely do you have to book a guest. I mean, well, we'll do that once in a while. Hey, why don't we go ahead and have somebody in for the week that Rosen's out and you have to book a Thursday guest. Otherwise, you don't have to book guests. You got to find some people for Program Password, I guess. Write some Program Password questions in 5, 3, 4, and we just wing it. Right? So, but those other two shows, but they're architectural shows. This is a gardening show. But anyways, the fascination with the morning show, with the State Fair coming up, right? So they have all the ideas for T-shirts and hats and the like right outside of Lil B's office. And I noticed they had one. By the way, this is why I never recommend them, because I did tell Lil B, well, if you really want an idea, how about wheel a topic? Have a wheel that spins like on, and then have it say, like almost the entire thing says Common Man's Golf Game, and there's a little tiny sliver that it could land on, and then that one would say spin again. And I thought it'd be great. Now, apparently they didn't think that was a good idea, even though you would think you and I know our show better than they know our show because it's our show, right? But whatever they do, that's...
Well, it's too bad we have to sell basically only apparel out there, because I'd like to actually sell an actual wheel.
Yeah.
That you could spin.
You could do that as well.
Yeah.
So I had another idea before. You know how the airplane, they give you an air sickness bag? Common Man air sickness bags. But they don't want to do that either because they don't think they would sell. Everybody would want a Common Man air sickness bag. Keep it in your car. You have an air bag and then you have an air sickness bag, right? How about air freshener, right? People hang those air fresheners. Have an air freshener with my face and your face or whatever and have it all the different colors,
I always
all the
that one.
Pine scented. You hang it in your car, frequency on it. People would buy them, but they don't like those ideas because they didn't come up with them. Just like when I came up with the idea for, they should do a secret show for the State Fair. Stupidest idea I've ever heard of. Then about 2 years later, we're doing secret shows here at iHeartMedia, Minneapolis. Oh, I thought that was a bad idea. So again, but more than anything, I see they have a Out of the Vault shirt, doing a retro shirt. Did you see that?
I did not see that one.
It's Out of the Vault. Do you think it's like Barrero's shirt that said wonk? Do you think they brought that out of the vault? PA, do you think it was #faith? For us, was it Fraud Father with Rosen? Or was it Objects in the Mirror Closer They Appear Common Man shirt?
Yeah.
Of course not. It's a Power Trip Morning Show shirt.
You've got to be kidding me.
And
let me guess, it's black.
It's the one where is it the video game one where it's just,
yeah.
Because I don't even understand that one. Because I don't.
That's kind of a trendy, it was at that time.
Right, but they just figure because that's the only one that would sell because nothing for Common, PA, and Barrero, an old one, would ever sell. How could it? They're just the people that, along with our overnight stuff, that pads the time before the morning show comes back on. Right, everything else is filler. From 5:30 to 9, that's all we care about, and everything else is just filler. Does it sound like it bothers me?
Sounds like you're jealous of the power trip.
I'm jealous of the power trip. This place sometimes. The best T-shirt we ever had, in my humble opinion, was Barry the Art Guy did Shtick on a Stick.
Maybe that's the one that should come out of the vault.
That's what I said. Why not that one? And Lil B just brushed me off because she had her headsets in and she was pretending she was on a meeting or something. That's fine. Whatever they want to do, I don't care. All I know is it would, I think that was the single best-selling shirt of all time. But if they don't want to go back to that, that's fine with me, too. Controversial Vikings news, other side of the break. Plenty to get to. The Open Championship 153rd edition is taking place. Plenty other topics to delve into here on the Common Man program on The Fan. Right now, 10 to be has a keyword for us here by BigDeck.com.
Yeah, The Fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword BILLS at KFAN.com now for your shot at winning. That keyword is BILLS. Enter now at KFAN.com.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Welcome to the W, where elite athletes are redefining the game of basketball. From buzzer-beating shots, jaw-dropping defense, and logo threes, the WNBA delivers nonstop action and world-class talent every game. These athletes don't just play the game, they elevate it. The biggest stars, the brightest stage. AT&T WNBA All-Star 2025 comes to Indianapolis July 18th through 19th. Tune into the game July 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
This is laid back. I like this.
Get ready. Comedian Nate Bargatze is bringing 2 nights of laughs to XL Energy Center. Don't miss out on the hilarity when he takes the stage on Saturday, July 26th and Sunday, July 27th with the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Limited tickets are still available. Get all the details now at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Couple 13, 14 pass, Common Man program. People think your job is stressful because I ask you to Google 13, 14 things to show. Well, that's part of the show, though. The bit, it's like I don't know a lot of things and I need 10 to be to confirm things. Same thing with the definition thing. The definition thing is a really good bit. People like it. They learn new words all the time. Part of it's just to show that I have a wide and varied vocabulary. But maybe he hates it. I don't know. I can't worry about it right now. I have to worry about what I'm going to do for Peek at the Purple, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. They're looking for a journeyman electrician, competitive wages, really good benefits. You get a truck. It's cool. So if you're a journeyman electrician, if you're like Tennessee, looking for a change, if you're a journeyman electrician looking for a change, then all you have to do is go to affordable-electric.com, affordable-electric.com, and always keep this in mind. No matter where you've been, where you're going, or where you're at, Affordable Electric is shockingly affordable. I don't have anything purple related. We did peek at the pros yesterday. How about just peek at the Open Championship? We could do that. I remember with Rosen on, I said, why is Scheffler the ghost golfer? It should be McIlroy. I take all that back. Scotty is stalking. He's 2 behind Matty Fitzpatrick.
Who's on fire?
He's on fire. Fitzpatrick is 10 under through 13 today. 10 over total. He's not 10 over today. I'm just saying his total score today is 10 under, which would be 6 under for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
He's through 13. Scotty.
He's birdied 4 holes in a row.
Yeah. Scotty. What got scrubbed from my Common Man page 2?
Uh-oh.
Between Deuce OK and Murmur. What was that? Do you know? Can you remember?
No idea.
Wow.
Did you still have the Halloween bet in there?
Yeah, no, I think we had removed that. That's that slot we...
Because my guess it's one of those things that just got deleted.
Oh, I know what it is. Cash in, cash out, cash in.
No, you got cash in, cash out. 2 below it.
Oh, I do. You're right. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, with Scotty Scheffler stalking, I really thought McIlroy had starting to do the things he used to do. I don't even know where he is right now, but Brian Harman into house, he shot a 65.
McIlroy is tied for 13th. He's 3 under on the day. He shot a 2 under 69 today, so he's in the clubhouse.
Is it Hatung Lee? Is that how you say his first name? How have you been saying
I would say Haotong, but I don't know.
Haotong, well, let's go with your pronunciation. Haotong Lee. Google it for me, would you? Haotong Lee, he's at -8, as is Brian Harmon and Scotty Scheffler. Harmon and Lee, they're done for the day. Robert McIntyre is at -5, so pretty cool stuff if you like golf, because it looks like it's going to be high drama off the shores of the North Atlantic. You didn't see anything Viking related, did you? Because I did not. I'm sure you could dig up. Huh? Was that his name? What was it? One more time.
李浩彤.
Yeah.
李浩彤.
Haotong.
I sent you two things yesterday that I think could be used any day.
Okay.
For Viking stuff. Justin Jefferson talking about J.J. McCarthy.
Let me guess.
And then I just sent you kind of a Vikings training camp preview.
Let me guess. He thinks that he's already looking like a veteran quarterback. He makes all the throws. He's a leader on the team, and I can't wait for him to throw the ball to me. Which might all be true, but I sometimes I think athletes oftentimes become bored and disinterested in the line of questioning and what else you expect them to say. Like yesterday, Adam Thielen. I think we may have used that for Peek at the Purple. I don't remember, but Adam Thielen said, we played the soundbite. Kid's great. Yeah, I've been catching balls from him the past 2 summers. He's really, really good. This is also the guy who said, I'm going to the Carolina Panthers because I wanted to go to a team that had a really good chance to win the Super Bowl. How many games did they win last year? Was it 1 or 2?
The year before that was like one.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
So it's like, just because they say something, I'm not ready to take it as gospel. But, look, if the whole conversation we've had forever about land.
Look at the rain right now.
Oh, it's
at
just,
the open.
Yeah, it's just pouring. It's
Fitzpatrick needs to put some rain gear on.
He just piped
still stripes it.
Yeah, he just piped it right up the middle, right up the gut. Looks like me at the first hole at Prestwick. I shot 84 today, but I played blue tees. 6,600 yards. It's just not for me. I shot 40 on the front. That was kind of fun. It was just cunning and guile. Hit a couple of knockdown punch cut fade draws, but it was a bit too much.
Why'd you play blues?
Because the other guy I was playing with needs to play. He's like you. He's taller, stronger. Like if you and I were to play golf and you wanted to play blues, I'm not going to go up to a white. Okay, Grandpa. Now if you agreed to play whites, that's where I would play. I don't care that much anymore. I'll play any tees you want to play, wherever you want to play. Men's Club Championship coming up in first weekend in August. I'm going to play the championship flight. Black tees. Just under 7,000 yards. Do you think I have any business playing 7,000 yards? I don't, but I want to play with those guys. Because here's what I'll tell you. If you play in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth flight, however many flights they have, you're using your handicap. And I love the handicap system. It's wonderful, right? But if I shoot an 81, but because of my strokes, I actually shoot a 70. I didn't shoot 76. I shot 81. And the guy that actually shot 76 but didn't get shot, so I just don't like playing that way. So I'll go back there and I'll shoot my 88 and my 86 and be happy. Last year I played with Jason Hasselman. He works on the grounds crew and he's won the club championship on a number of occasions. The first time we ever played either. I see him out every day I play Prestwick. We have a little conversation. He'll stop the mower. We'll talk for a couple of minutes. He's not really even a kid anymore. I think he's about to turn 50. Hell of a player, right? And, he's played in the state AM before and such like that. And I was fun playing with him last year, man, because I got to see what it's like for the guys that can get the ball out there and can score. So I think I shot 88 the first day or 87, and he shot, I think, 72 or 1 or 3. I don't know what it was. But, yeah, it was fun. So that's where I'll play. That's why, but Longer finally had to give it up, right? At the Masters. He could still post good numbers, but he's hitting hybrid into every single hole. And after a while, he goes, I just can't do that anymore when the kids are hitting 8s and 9s, right?
Yeah.
He can't shoot the low numbers. He can shoot around even par, a couple under, but that's not going to win you at Augusta. So after a while, you just have to pull the plug on it. We'll take a look at the leaderboard again throughout the day here on the Common Man program. Lil B will join us at 1 o'clock. Feminine Touch of the program until 1:30. We got a real nice, I call it an eclectic mix for the for program password meat sauce. The ever popular meat sauce, most important person in iHeartMedia. In the entire roster of employees, we literally have hundreds, actually thousands of employees. He is the most important, according to Brian Oak. And Kara, former intern, who now is doing a lot of digital social stuff for us, she will join us. And I think she and I are teammates. So that's
you're teaming up together.
So that will be fun. We work well together. She's done a lot of digital stuff for me, so we're looking forward to that. That's at 1:30. That and so much more here on the Common Man program on The Fan.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Welcome to the W, where elite athletes are redefining the game of basketball. From buzzer-beating shots, jaw-dropping defense, and logo threes, the WNBA delivers nonstop action and world-class talent every game. These athletes don't just play the game, they elevate it. The biggest stars, the brightest stage. AT&T WNBA All-Star 2025 comes to Indianapolis July 18th through 19th. Tune into the game July 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
Man.
Gear up for a hilarious night when Dane Cook returns to the Island Event Center. See his legendary style of stand-up comedy live at Treasure Island on Friday, October 24th. Get all the details now at TICasino.com.
Couple 13-14 past. I'm Common. He's Tenneby. Text messages coming in at a frantic pace here at the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line, 64686. This one says, I have more T-shirts than I need, but I'd buy a Wheel of Topic T-shirt. This one says, Wheel of Topics shirt is genius. Who said it was a bad idea? Here's another. Wheel of Topic KFAN State Fair T-shirt. I'll take 10. Here's another. I'd buy that shirt in a heartbeat. $20, $30, $60, you name your price. And for some
$60.
And for some reason, the people making those decisions didn't like the idea.
Are we sure they don't yet? I mean, we have a long time to go here.
We do.
I mean, you got like a month, yeah.
But it's not up on the idea board. Normally they would be up there so people can comment and think if it's a good idea.
Maybe they're trying to perfect the artwork towards it.
You must not have.
It does seem like the artwork has improved a little bit this year.
You must not have. I thought you worked here for a lot longer than that. Here's one. Elevated Scrotum would be a top-selling T-shirt, and I'd believe it would. They don't want to do that either.
Do you want a picture of that one?
Well, yeah. Well, I've already had one sent to me. I have one. Here's another. See, other people have come up with ideas for a Common Man shirt. Give me 1 second, because there was like about 4 or 5 of them right in a row. This one. How about a State Fair T-shirt that on the front says "Elevate Your Game," then on the back of the shirt, "And Your Scrotum," with the picture of Common smiling. So on the front it says "Elevate Your Game," and then on the back it says "And Your Scrotum." People would get it.
I always love
Here's
that
another
one.
You should have a shirt that has a Velcro interchangeable patch that I can change that says "Mail it in Monday," "Phone it in Friday," "Wet Blanket Wednesday." See, these are ideas that are outside the box. They don't fit in, but these are things that apparently we wouldn't consider. So thanks for your ideas. We certainly do appreciate them. One other text message that I think raises some interesting issues. And it's criticizing me. And we take them all. We take the 5 C's here at the Common Man program. Comments, concerns, compliments, complaints, and questions. This one says, Common doesn't try anything and then he wants recognition, then hates on giving everyone a ribbon that competes or tries. Living, walking, breathing example of hypocrisy. Could you look up the word hypocrisy? Because I'm not sure what that means. I don't think that's anywhere in my DNA. But let's just see if the word hypocrisy, HYPOCRISY, I think. Hypocrisy. And tell me what.
Hypocrisy.
Okay, hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
A pretense of having a virtuous character, moral or religious beliefs or principles, etc., that one does not really possess. A pretense of having some desirable or publicly approved attitude, an act or instance of hypocrisy. Well, that doesn't really explain it.
Yeah, doesn't explain it at all. How do I explain it?
I think the first one I think works. I was just talking about the third one. Where it's,
right.
The third definition of hypocrisy is an act or instance of hypocrisy. It's like, well, that doesn't explain it. The first one says, a pretense of having a virtuous character, moral or religious beliefs or principles, etc., that one does not really possess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't even know how that fits into the conversation we're saying. And here's what I'll tell you. I try really hard at not trying. Do you know how difficult that is to do? To go to your job every day, and a job that, again, for 3 hours a day, you and I are responsible for a 100,000 watt radio station. And we need, if we don't keep pace with the others or uphold our end of the bargain, not going to work, right? Well, we've been upholding our end of the bargain for 30 years. So I'm still here. And to actually walk into the studio saying, I've not put any effort into this at all and watch me do 3 hours, that's the definition of insanity, not hypocrisy. But we still find a way to do it because that's just the way we decided to do it. Everybody has a different way to approach their job, right? I remember the example where I remember someone sent this was just in the last few weeks. Someone said, my wife is a teacher. She doesn't put a lot of, and she's a great teacher. She doesn't put a lot of effort into her classroom plans. She just kind of wings it a little bit. Other people put hours and hours and hours into it. There are people here at this radio station that will put in 2 hours of prep work for every hour they're on the air. So that means they're doing a 3-hour show and they're putting in 6. That's 9 hours? Are you out of your mind? Who would put 9 hours into anything? Well, other than golf, if you play 36, which I've done before. But other than that, I mean, why would you even consider that? And if you have to put in that much time to do the things you need to do to make you good, then maybe you should find another line of work.
I've been trying.
Yeah, right. I just I don't know. I don't even know what the point of that emailer was, or that text messenger was. It's confusing. We were talking about the Open Championship. Tyrrell Hatton. Wait, I don't think his name is Tyrrell because Rosen says it Tyrell, and Rosen knows everything, so it must be.
Yeah, he knows it all.
So it must be Tyrell Hatton. He knows how to pronounce Tyrrell's first name better than Tyrrell knows how to pronounce his first name, and he's Tyrrell. So there was a story about him. He curses out loud, slams his club, castigates himself and his ball, all sometimes on the same hole. Tyrrell Hatton, a combustible English golfer, can divide opinion with his on-course conduct, but few can argue about the quality of his game. He says, although from the outside, mate, it looks like I'm completely gone, in my own mind, I still know where I'm at. He says, I'm not going to change, it's just how I play. I'm 33. I think the ship has sailed, to be honest. He says, I've always said as long as it's not affecting my playing partners. Sure, there's been times I've probably gone too far and you comment on a putt when they're putting on the same line and then maybe it affects what they're hitting, their putt, stuff like that. I think that's part of what you learn as you get more experience. So I try and avoid that kind of thing. But yeah, as long as I'm not affecting the other guys, then I'm not going to change. And everybody has different behavior on the golf course. I chatter all the time. You know that. I'm not as demonstrative as I used to be. I can still thump a club. I used to get really angry all the time. But what drew me to the story more than anything, Tenby, and I'm going to have you go for a dictionary definition again. Here's the title of the story. Hatton chunters and curses his way into contention at the British Open. Have you ever heard the word shunter?
Never.
Can you look it up? Because I don't even believe it's a word. Chunters. It's either shunters or chunters.
Chunter.
Well, it doesn't sound like they pronounced the N there. Is that how you spelled it too?
Chunter. Chunter.
Chunters. And what's the definition?
To grumble or grouse mildly or tediously.
I chunter a lot. I do that when I'm driving home. I find myself... Which one is this? This isn't what I had last time, is it? Well, thank you.
What a teammate.
Yeah, she brought me in a... what if she spiked it?
Oh.
Kara just brought in a one of those dirty sodas. Let's see. Yeah, that's the same one. Ooh. Yikes. It needs to be shook up a little bit. I chunter during traffic all the time. Do you grumble during traffic or doesn't it bother you at all? I should take a lesson from my brother. My brother, when he drives, he just drives 55 in the right-hand lane unless people go as fast as they want, do whatever they want, and just moseys on along. I can't do that. I like to make time. Time is money. And when I see people, the too slow in the left-hand lane or stopping in the middle of the 94 quick slip in and blocking traffic behind them because they're waiting for somebody to let them in, those kinds of things. I spend a lot of time grumbling on chuntering.
I chunter on the roads quite a bit.
Yeah, I do too.
I had someone on Highway 100 into work today, south on Highway 100. I got stuck behind them because I had to exit. Mm-hmm. They were driving 43 on the highway.
Yeah, that's that's the thing. Slow driving, it can be just as dangerous as driving too fast because you got to kind of keep up with the traffic that's ahead of you.
And I
alongside you.
I chunter when the slowest driver's in the left lane.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one that that's the one that will get you. Well, technically you're not only are you annoying all the other drivers, but they have signs that say slower traffic, keep right. They can pull you over and ticket you for that. I don't think they do that much anymore. How about, did you see?
I chunter at 394.94.
Yeah. Did you see where they've now okayed camera cop again?
Was that here in Minnesota or was that in Iowa?
Here in Minnesota. They're doing camera cop. They're going to do 4 of them to start with.
It's in Minneapolis, right?
In Minneapolis. Yeah. They're going to do 4 of them. And because they are apparently high volume speeders. In other words, those areas for some reason have people that drive over the speed limit more often than other places, or they seem to be problem areas for it. And weren't they doing that with like red lights for a while? Didn't they have the red light traffic light and they had to stop them because maybe somebody can remind me, maybe you remember, because if you don't have a picture of the person behind the wheel of the car, you could just say, I don't know, I wasn't driving that day. I loaned it out to a buddy of mine.
A lot of people drive my Lexus.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Randy Moss's excuse?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. I thought that was the reason they stopped it. I don't mind that they do it if they're trying to crack down. It's like, look, but I also saw that the fines really weren't too terribly bad either. And I don't know if that would, the chances of you getting ticketed there and then paying the $50, I think it was like a $50 or $80 fine. I mean, I'm not saying that's not a, depending upon where your financial wherewithal is, that can be a lot of money. But it's not like, like when in the construction zones where it says fines can be up to like $300. Yeah. Well, that'll make you slow down a little bit when you go, man, I don't want to pay $300 for a speeding ticket. So, but yeah, they're going to start doing that again. And I'm anxious to see if it has the effect that they want that will slow people down in those areas. I'm not so sure because I think most people still think they're going to get away with it. And again, the argument about, I wasn't driving the car. Well, then I don't know if legally they can say, well, then who was driving the car, right? And then you just say, I'm pleading the fifth or something. I don't know. I mean, is it your responsibility?
I can't snitch on,
right, but
family member.
If it is your car, I guess you're responsible, right? But I know that they stopped the traffic light ones for a long time, and now they're going to start this one. And I think this starts relatively soon. This one says the speeding cameras are owned by private companies, not the police. They legally can't hold you accountable because you can't prove who was driving. In Ohio, just throw the tickets away. It's a cash grab. And that's what I'm thinking. It might be a deterrent for some people, but I don't know how they can do it. This one says they're not going by pictures of people's faces with ticketing in Minneapolis. They're just going by license plate method. Yeah, but like I say, I don't know. I loaned my car to my kid. I have to talk to him. But then when they go, well, then we're going to ticket your kid. I don't know. I don't know legally if they can do it. I really don't. But we're tired of it, Common. Tina's endless whining about his lot in life, that being the interim producer of the Grum, which, ironic, you bring up all the time, I also think about the perks he gets. Free show, probably more than anyone else.
That's a perk?
That's what he's saying. Sounds like he'd like free show every day. Think about the perks he gets. Free show, probably more than anyone else there. Free access to the soon-to-be big game world champ Minnesota Vikings. Ability to represent himself as an expert on all things hockey. Ability to represent himself as an expert on all things NFL draft. Ability to boast about his ability to beat up 125-pound female boxers and never to be held accountable. Ability to nap from noon 2 to 3 daily when Mark Rosen comes on to pick up the pieces. I could go on and on and on and on. So in summation, tell Tenna to get his butt in that chair and stay in that chair. They'll find somebody he's will, because there are hundreds of people dying for the opportunity to take on his role at the Fan. Have you ever thought of it that way?
It's all yours. Come and get it.
T-shirt idea. Common feet up at his new desk, and under it is the words program preparation. See, that's funny. Here's another one. Can't you just have a shirt that says propping up sagging ratings since and then such and such a year? With a pair of rolled up socks underneath it, addresses the success of the grandma, also hinting at scrotum care. These are the kinds of things I like. And just instead of just having, a phrase with block letters on it, that. Though I think you're right. I think we have picked up the artwork portion of it a little bit more than we have in the past. Right?
Yeah.
I think we have.
They look good.
So, yeah, I like what we're doing as well. I mean, it's all fair in love and war. Twins start the second half of the season tonight against Colorado. We discussed this a little bit yesterday. I think it's a nice place to start. Though, of course, if you lose 2 or 3 to the Colorado Rockies, that can put a real damper on your efforts. But the Twins have won. I think it's either 3 or 4 series in a row, and in those
they've taken 2 or 3, won the first 2 games in all 3, I believe, and then lost the third one.
I don't see the pitching matchup on my. Did you see the pitching matchup? I don't see it here. Was kind of hoping to see who was on the mound for the Twins. We were talking about it, but I don't see they. Oh, here it is. Chris Paddock tonight. Chris Paddock, 3-8, 4.95 ERA against Kyle Freeland. Kyle's got kind of a rough go of it, Tennessee. He's 1-10 with a 5.44 ERA. So, again, you would think things are in our.
Look, I have the pitching probables for the entire weekend.
Okay.
The Rockies pitchers. So they got Kyle Freeland tonight, as you mentioned, 1-10, 5.44 ERA. Tomorrow, Antonio Senzatela. He's 3-13 with a 6.60 ERA. Then on Sunday, it can't be German. What is it? German Marquez. He's 3-10 with a 5.57 ERA.
Would you be better off starting one of those guys or the guys that pitched in Home Run Derby or the Swing Off? Home Run Derby Swing Off guys probably got more stuff than these three characters. So this is where...
Well, the fact that those three are still pitching, right? Like they haven't gone to the minors to... Maybe those guys were from the minors.
These could be minor guys. Well, if you're serious about, if you want to be taken seriously, right, by the fan base and the rest of the league, then you go in and you say, let's win 3 right here. 2 out of 3 is fine. They are major league players, and I know they've won some games, but this is where you go in and you win 3 and get off to a good start. I'm not sure who Detroit starts with. And, again, Detroit, I know winning the division is probably a little far-fetched as many games. I think the Twins, are we 11 and a half out? I think it's 11 and a half as we speak. So it's a little far-fetched. I mean, it's happened before. Teams have collapsed with, out of the All-Star break, having double-digit leads and standings and collapse and lose the division. But Detroit doesn't seem to be one of those kind. I don't think they've done theirs. I don't think they've put that record together with smoke and mirrors. So wild cards.
They did lose 4 in a row going into the All-Star break.
So there you go. But it's not impossible to catch them, but I still think realistically, you're looking at a wild card spot. And look, everybody pretty much is alive for a wild card spot in the American League, except for the White Sox and maybe Athletics and a couple other clubs. Because they allow so many teams to get in, I know right now, I think if the season started now, I don't think the Twins would be in the playoffs. But I don't think they're
4 back of a wild card.
Yeah, so, 4 back, second half of the season. Technically, it's not exactly the second half of the season. I don't know. How many games have we played? We're a few over the 81
mark? 96.
Yeah, okay, even more than that. So, 100, that would be what? If I got my 62 and 6?
66 to go.
66, 68 games to go. So, picking up 4 games on the last wild card spot's not out of the question, but you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You go in there and you should win all 3 of these games, and then we'll be then get back to me. Then I might start paying a little bit more attention. Civil penalties only require a preponderance of evidence to prove, more likely than not, versus beyond a reasonable doubt for a criminal. So in other words, well, look, it's your car, got the license number. I don't know what to tell you. Your car was speeding. Sounds like that's, if he's correct, civil penalties only require a preponderance of evidence to prove, more likely than not. Sort of like on a golf course, Tennessee. Happened today. My playing partner on the number 2 at Prestwick popped up and blocked his tee shot right. It hit the trees and disappeared. There is 75 yards off the tee. There is a red staked area. So your playing partner or partners have to decide. If you can't find the ball, you have to say, and I don't know exactly how the rule is in the USGA rule book, but it almost has to be the old, you have to be like 99% certain that's where the ball was. Where else could it have gone? It's kind of the idea. But because we couldn't see it for sure, and there's even some out of bounds a little shorter, we had to say you have to re-tee, right? You have to re-tee. So same thing here. Real quick, this one says, my son got a running a red light camera ticket in Boulder last fall. Was going to do I wasn't driving, but the picture of him behind the wheel was better than his school and wedding pictures. Same company, Minnesota, they got you. Well, if that's the way they do it, then yeah. There's no need to speed. Or as Tennessee likes to say, can you do the click it or ticket thing?
Click it or ticket.
We'll break. We'll come back when we do. It's Lil B, Feminine Touch of the program. She's next here on The Fan.
Want to feel more creative but don't have the right laptop? Lenovo.com can help. Look through our legendary lineup of AI-powered PCs and devices and find the one that fits your passion. Our PCs powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, as well as cutting-edge AI tools, allow students to focus, learn, and create with ease. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Plus, college students and teachers can get 5% off their order. Shop now on Lenovo.com. The future's waiting, and it needs you.
A treasure trove of bananas has been stolen, and it's up to Donkey Kong and his buddy Pauline to get them back. This unlikely duo is going on a world-smashing adventure, using DK's destructive abilities to explore an underground world, and the power of Pauline singing to activate wild transformations. Donkey Kong Bonanza, available now. Rated everyone 10 and up, only on Nintendo Switch 2. Game and system sold separately.
Welcome to the W, where elite athletes are redefining the game of basketball. From buzzer-beating shots, jaw-dropping defense, and logo threes, the WNBA delivers nonstop action and world-class talent every game. These athletes don't just play the game, they elevate it. The biggest stars, the brightest stage. AT&T WNBA All-Star 2025 comes to Indianapolis July 18th through 19th. Tune into the game July 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
Saks off 5th, up to 70% off every day. Summer is officially here. Time to dress like it. From breezy linen and floral dresses to chic sandals and beach-ready swim. Saks off 5th has the designer styles you'll live in all season long. Plus, shop new arrivals every week. You'll find Alice & Olivia, Valentino Garavani, Versace, Stuart Weitzman, and more. Head to SaksOff5th.com or a Saks Off 5th store near you for up to 70% off every day.